Hi, this is Simon Field here, and welcome to the first episode of Things to Get Off My Chest Since Forever. And the first one where you actually hear my voice. Again, first time since forever. And sadly, even though I teased the last episode and I was doing a rant on Google Plus, I decided not to do it because one, it was outdated by the time I decided not to be lazy, and two, there's just nothing else to say. Google Plus sucks, plain and simple. Sadly, I'm used to it by this point. However, we will be doing my first ever review, which I've been wanting to do for eons by this point. It doesn't really help that today we will be talking about fan fiction I want to get off my chest since my parents will only have a TV and other accounts, and I just don't like holding these thoughts in for very long. And yes, this will be a ripoff of the fanfic critic, but at least I'll try to add my own twist to the review, including adding screen caps instead of just reading the fanfic because, well, as we stay around these here parts, pics or it didn't happen. Now, I first discovered this fanfiction during my usual torture session of browsing through various suits when I found this particular one from Magica, Magica. And the description, yeah. Not surprised why people thought she was trolling, but in fact she's not. She's being completely serious. Also, you just gotta love this response to the one at the bottom.
Huh? Show character? Are you saying she's like those weird hole-stuck things I see on the A? Because she's definitely not one of those. She doesn't even have horns.
Along with a short rant about how hard she worked on the character. Also, quick disclaimer in case the author is watching this. If you don't like what you're about to hear, I apologize in advance, but while my opinion is still my opinion, this is for comedic purposes. So, to be fair, this is her response when OP linked her to a Wikipedia article about Mary Sue.
But don't worry, my OC isn't a Mary Sue. She'll be having flaws and problems and things like that in my fanfic, so there's nothing to worry about.
Though admittedly, while she does plan on giving her character flaws, it doesn't distract from the fact that she's overpowered. How? You claim she's more powerful than Magica. And while I was editing, since we John practice recording separately, I read more, and you also claim that her soul gem is really, really huge, and she's the most powerful pure magi ever, Desu! But enough about the main character, let's get into the fanfiction at the end of this advertises. No. We're on the first word, and I'm already having doubts about this. But on the plus side, at least I can introduce to all of you the most common cliches in anime fanfiction. Yes, not just fanfiction, just fanfictions about anime. In this case, our introduction immediately injects us with replacing everyday English words with Japanese words. I'm sorry, that's not clever, you're just making yourself sound like a weirdo. And to get what we know from the character introduction out of the way real quickly, we also have relationship with canon characters, having a non-Japanese first name despite being Japanese, having a Japanese first and or last name, in this case middle, even though the Japanese don't have those ever, that is just a random word, and being more powerful than the main canon character. This is gonna hurt, isn't it?
Konnichiwa. My name is Rosetta Hamura, but my friends call me Rose-chan or just plain Rosetta. I am a 14-year-old girl, and I'm moving to Magica, Japan today. Why am I moving, you ask? Well, my cousin Hamura Akemi was finally released from the hospital. She's recovering from a serious heart condition, so I asked my parents if I could move in with her to keep an eye on her. I'm very responsible for a girl my age, and my parents agreed.
Okay, one, seriously, she's moving to Mitakihara because she wants to take care of her cousin that's the same age, even though she's in her own apartment, and I'm pretty sure she can take care of herself just fine, even if she is Moemura. And two, her parents are okay with this because she's responsible? That is the laziest excuse I've heard for a character moving. Ever. Now, one might think that cliche number 2 is now irrelevant because one could say that she's from America, right? But no, she just takes a taxi later on to Homura's apartment. So, unless her parents are Western filed, there's no reason for her to have a non-Japanese first name or to have a middle name. Speaking of the name, it's rather inconsistent to the character introduction since that refers to the character as Rosetta Hime Akemi, but here it's referred to as Rosetta Akemi Homura, which is not only contradictory, but doesn't make sense since Homura isn't the surname. Ironically, Akemi is, even though it's usually a first name, and that's weird. And even more ludicrous is the obligatory overly detailed character appearance description containing this.
My clothes fit snugly around my curves, especially around my bosom. I was pretty developed for my age, but my mom told me that it runs in our family. I got pretty lucky.
Moving on, as soon as Rosetta arrives to babysit the cousin that's the same age as her, we get more everyday words replaced with Japanese ones. More of what the heck is his OC's name began by having Rosetta introduce herself as Rosetta Hime Akemi, because they apparently never met, and this makes even less sense, and that's it. No, seriously, the following chapters came out the same time as Half-Life 3. And even though this was short, I did not enjoy reading this.
While the author, who's also named Rose by the way, very subtle, claimed that she was gonna try to give her faults, not only have we not seen any of them so far, but she doesn't really have that much of a personality to speak of other than being so responsible that her parents okay her living with her cousin without a second thought, which is ironically very irresponsible parenting. Overall, this character is just bland, flawless, and overpowered at best, and I'm sorry Rose, but that's a Mary Sue in a nutshell. Keep claiming she isn't, but admittedly, she is in the eyes of, well, people that are not you. This fanfic is very badly written, but it's kind of funny like that. I'm just surprised nobody has ripped on it yet. Seriously, go read it. It must be seen to be believed. And if Rose actually is watching this, if I had any advice to give her, 1, don't get mad at me, 2, actually develop some character, and 3, don't make her overpowered by saying she's the most powerful POMJ ever, Desu, and don't make her more powerful than the character who became a literal god by the end. Okay, got that off my chest. Sirenfield signing out.